Most people think they are good with money, but they are not. They believe real financial mistakes are loud, obvious, and dramatic. But the most expensive mistakes feel normal, responsible, and emotionally safe. They live inside daily habits, routines, and decisions repeated without thought. Nothing feels urgent, dangerous, or wrong while these choices are happening. Money slowly leaks away without panic, fear, or dramatic warning signs. Years later, people wonder why freedom feels limited and heavy. Today, we will talk about 5 hidden personal finance mistakes. They decide your future. First mistake, saving without controlling cash flow. Many people say they cannot save money, no matter how hard they try. But the real problem is usually not income or salary size. The problem is what happens to money after it arrives. Small expenses quietly grow when income grows, without clear awareness. Subscription, convenience, and habits slowly follow every race. Money comes in, but it never gets a chance to stay. There is no single bad decision you can easily point to. Saving without controlling cash flow is like filling a cracked container. You do not feel poor, you just never feel truly safe. This mistake feels harmless, but it quietly removes financial security. Over time, leaking money costs peace more than it costs cash. Until flow is controlled, saving will always feel frustrating. And frustration often leads people to believe the problem is them, which is wrong. Second mistake, delaying because there's still time. Many people believe they can fix their finance later in life. They tell themselves there is still plenty of time left. This belief feels calm, logical, and emotionally comforting. But time is not neutral when money is involved. Time either works for you or quietly works against you. Delaying emergency funds makes every small problem feel bigger later. Delaying investing removes years of compounding you cannot replace. Delaying learning money basics keeps mistakes repeating without understanding. Waiting feels safe because nothing bad happens immediately. The costs show up slowly, not suddenly or dramatically. Lost time removes options before you notice they are gone. Most people do not fail with money, they wait. And waiting quietly pushes financial freedom further away each year. Until one day, later becomes now, and choices feel limited. By then, time is no longer patient anymore. Third mistake, using debt to maintain normalcy. Debt used to mean emergency, but now it feels normal. Many people use debt to look stable and responsible. They borrow not to grow, but to maintain daily comfort. Monthly payments slowly replace real financial flexibility. At first, everything feels manageable and under control. Debt does not feel dangerous when everyone around you has it. The real cost is not interest, but constant pressure. Pressure to keep earning, keep paying, and keep moving. Debt quietly removes your ability to slow down. It limits risk, rest, and meaningful life change. You do not feel trapped at the beginning. You feel trapped years later, when options disappear. This mistake does not break finances, it shrinks freedom. And freedom is often the most expensive thing to lose. Because once debt feels normal, escape feels unrealistic. And people accept pressure as price of stability. Fourth mistake, emotional spending disguised as self-care. Most people do not spend money logically, they spend emotionally. Emotional spending often hides behind words like self-care today. After a stressful day, buying something feels like relief right now. People reward exhaustion instead of addressing the cause of stress. Money becomes a tool for comfort, not long-term stability. The relief is short, but the spending habits stay longer. Over time, guilt follows purchases and quietly adds pressure inside. Stress leads to spending. Spending leads back to stress again. This cycle feels personal, but it is very common everywhere. Self-care should restore life, not slowly damage finances daily. Emotional spending delays real rest, healing, and honest recovery work. Awareness matters more than discipline when emotions control money choices. Without awareness, money keeps fixing feelings it cannot fix forever. Debt cost grows quietly while people believe they deserve it. Fifth mistake: avoiding the numbers out of fear. Many people avoid their number because looking feels frightening inside. They fear balance debt mistakes and proof of past decision. Avoidance feels safer than facing reality for a short time. But safety from avoidance slowly turns into long-term damage. Numbers do not judge you, they only show truth clearly. When numbers are ignored, decisions become heavier and more stressful. Small choices feel confusing without clear financial awareness today inside. People delay checking accounts, hoping problems disappear quietly over time. But problems grow when they are left unseen for years. Fear of numbers slowly becomes loss of control over life. You do not lose money first, you lose clarity completely. Without clarity, every financial decision feels heavier than needed daily. Facing numbers once is easier than fearing them forever alone. Clarity is uncomfortable briefly, but powerful for long-term freedom. Personal finance is not about perfection or everything figured out. It is about noticing patterns before they shape your life. These mistakes do not destroy lives fast or loudly today. They work slowly through repetition habits and socially accepted behavior. Awareness is the first step before any budget plan investment. If one mistake felt familiar, that discomfort is a signal. Subscribe for more reflection on money choices and everyday life. This channel exists to help you see clearly before deciding.